I'm standing at the top of waiting niggas are climbing the reach. I even got my very own initials inscribed in my sheets. Subtle reminders are key. Jeez. Spoiler alert, the second act is tragic. And everyone that wants the worst for me is asking what happened. Backstab so many times.
I'm getting into my ego days. This nigga's teaching me about ego right now.
Bury me and I'll be born again. I walk in godly form amongst the mortal men. I got some real demons across the border fence and made a note of the mistakes we can't afford.
I'm gonna just cut up to it, you know what I mean? But I think you should just like get that camera just rolling.
I'm recording, bro.
Just get the camera rolling. But anyways, it's been like with this one, it's really been like a really crazy journey. All the time with my shit is always like crazy all the time. But shit. But it's been pretty awesome though. Like, but what's been a lot of things like kind of unfolding like 2 years or like 3 years into a career, like it's like trying to get to be like more professional, you know, but you just realize it's like more people. Because let me tell you this, the first time when I was still like trying to drop, because I was still like doing music, but I wasn't like really dropping. And I did music. I actually dropped like my first project. I think it was like, not my first project, but then my first song. I think it was like Last Round to Get Live. And the response was so freaking immaculate. It was so big. I didn't expect like to even do like those numbers at the point in time. And even the reviews of how people were just coming up and be like, yo, dude, is that really you? And then they could start seeing like a bigger picture of you. And it was just like a flip of a coin, you know, and getting to this far and doing like Sincerely Yours and everything. And but what being obtaining is going is this far, you know, it's not as to that extent as like being that big. But when you start making a little bit of his attention that you keep getting and you keep dropping and you keep with your consistency with your music, as people start expecting, you know, when you're gonna drop or how you're gonna drop or how, which was kind of fun to start to playing like that. But a lot of that times for me a lot of things started a little bit, like I would say started changing, because I had an opportunity again to like go back home. And when I'm back home, it's just like there's this amount of comfortability that's just there, right? And we had to do a project, me and my producer, and we couldn't even get around it because I wasn't around the space of where everything started, which was this exact spot. You know, this was, for me, this is where everything kind of like my rap dreams kind of manifested in a high level, you know, where more than I've ever anticipated, because it was a point in my life. I think it was 2016, 17, 18. Between those days, it was like the most hardest times for me, because it was like I didn't know where I was really going with my life, you know. But that's why I jumped back in this space, because the comfortability now that's just in my life and what my parents can really bring into me, it's I kind of like sort of forgot, you know. So when I came back like this side, it was like a snap back to reality, you know, like a reality check of where I'm really at with this life thing. You keep in your heart. Yeah, the heart's right.
Chose my chose.
Afro.
Say Afro.
You're looking at time like over the years you put in your heart and nobody cares. In order to rise, you need to go climb. Soon as you up, you need to go dribble your pride. Assuming that karma will never catch up. Avoiding the drama that troubles your mind. The evil you keep in your heart, it's really too much. The pain that harbors inside, the more that you hide it, the deeper it cuts. And who did you wrong? Just set it aside. It's doing you harm, it's sticking like guts. Drive my eyes, I know what I'm saying and cool. A piece of advice to walk in the light. It's not what the kids are playing these days. It's not what you're listening to these days. Killing a vibe, cause you never finished up school. You never regarded as smart, and yet get a rebuttal, that's not really true. He wanted some help, but they told him he's dumb. He needed some pushing and teachers who had him misjudged. He's all by himself and seeking a praise, but coming across as vague. He wanted a girl to share in her life, but she just ran. His craving for love that he never got, for losing his mom and feeling unlucky with all of these odds. With something to prove, the trauma he weeps, it feel like his life is not really worth for living, and sickening quicker than sand. To all of his friends is living at large. He takes a good look in the mirror and sees that he's his biggest fan. The question that lingers outside of his world, and does he have fans? I picked up a follow and set up an image, but knowing my limits and all of their gimmicks, don't want it no more. I needed a minute in front of a crowd. I'm back on my ish, I'm sliding it back to the 5, like Chosvn is back in the hood, achieving our dreams and dreaming as far as the sky. We had some common goals with all of my guys, and since I was little, been wishing to jump on a plane and go overseas.
It has actually elevated, you know what I mean, from the point where it was at that time to where it's getting right now, or where it is right now. It is actually escalated to a point where we really appreciate the culture. You understand? We even had the cypher experience was really dope, even though they kicked me out the show because I can't get the owner of the show. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day. He know me. I told him I know his girl.
I ain't say shit about that. I know nothing about
That's how he decided to run all the way to DK. But it's fine, because he found out look cute. But it's cool. I get it. Niggas finally rich.
Niggas would have taken.
And then this fucking nigga, he dropped a project. And then he removed that shit. Listen to the story. Yo, why you remove? Yo, I wasn't ready. I didn't think it was good enough. What the fuck am I supposed to listen to? How the fuck am I supposed to smoke my shit? If you take that shit off, nigga, I had that shit.
That was the sincerely yours. That was not like properly mixed. That was trash, bro. That was trash. We had to come back with some better shit.
Imagine a great artist telling you that shit is crap.
See, that shit was trash.
Then what is my shit?
That shit is fried.
If that shit was,
I'm still bumping back to my old ways like a lot.
You know, I listened to it.
I hope you understand. That's my shit.
Nagi Pisinyana, get someone for the bread. Hope my queen gets something for the butter too. I hope she never gets
If
smashed.
I could steal that song, bro, I would not even look back, bro. It's like fuck our friendship right here. Like, fuck that shit.
Yo, bro.
I'm taking that shit, bro.
You see that is like, you know, when they're like your firstborn. You know, that is genuinely like your firstborn.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't drop something that doesn't touch you, then it means you didn't do enough for yourself.
Yeah.
As an artist.
As far as like going for the people. And
yeah,
yourself,
but
dude, like,
at the end of the day, it should be about you. Don't make music that even you can't listen to. Then what's the point? You can't make some shit. You need to listen to it. You know what I mean? You need to sell it yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you can't sell it yourself, how do you expect somebody else to do it?
Yeah, sis, you can't even count, man. It's too much.
Oh, you broke your since the last time I saw you.
Ish, man, trying to become a hot man. No, without this, I look like a 10-year-old.
I feel you, bro. It's the same thing.
Otherwise,
nothing much, bro. Where we chilling?
chilling here for now. Then it's just good to see how the day unfolds, bro. You know, we don't be interested. We don't plan these things. We interested when we hang out. It just happens. I was listening to so much of the outside noise, then regardless of listening to myself, you know, it was a point in time of, dude, you need to do like 1, 2, 3. You need to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I wasn't even listening to myself anymore. You know, I wasn't just paying attention to myself anymore. I was just trying to please everybody that's around me of like, you need to sound a particular way.
Yeah.
Which in that way, I was starting to lose a piece of me along the way. You know, because now it's just like a much more bigger game. A much more bigger game in terms of now it's just the music itself. It has just become this thing of just it becomes a brand, you know. It becomes a brand because even people start approaching you in certain ways, and they want you to market their things in a certain ways, and you need to carry yourself in certain ways. And I felt that's where a piece of me started falling out. So with this one, it really felt like, how can I find a way to relate to all of these people but still keeping a piece of me?